06 30. It's gonna be easy. Okay, so that's all right. So markets woke up today on the wrong side of the bed. This is getting a little bit too scary. The two major news that we are getting in the feed is number one, Nvidia is gonna sell less chips because DeepSeek, a company in China, has figured out a way to train models cheaper and more efficiently. Is this really true? And the other thing is the Japan central bank increased interest rates by 0.25%, and this is unwinding the Japanese carry trade, which is pretty much free money for international investors. Now, let's get point number one. Interestingly enough, I don't think DeepSeek is going to affect the markets or the cheap sales as much as we believe. And I think this is a short term speculation, fear, uncertainty, and doubt going forward. I think we are at very high levels in NVIDIA, and people are starting to freak out and looking for any excuse to get out of the position. That being said, I'm losing a ton of money and I'm heavily invested in NVIDIA, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. But again, I don't think that the AI revolution is here to, like, this ends the AI revolution. I don't think LLMs, even though they were the thing that sparked the market rally and euphoria on AI, is the thing that's going to take them down. And I think the chip sales are going to continue to sell really well, given the fact that we are seeing AI development not only on LLMs but on data analysis. We're gonna have potential like self-driving cars, home robots, all of these things. This doesn't change the rhetoric on that. It actually means that all of the sudden the AI chips that Nvidia is currently producing have become now a little bit more productive. So that being said, hey, if you think that the chips are going to stop being sold just because we found a faster, cheaper model, and we also have to take into consideration that China has to be telling the truth here. The fact that they don't have access to the H100 chips, in my personal humble opinion, is bullshit. Just because of the fact that, hey, cocaine has been illegal in the United States for years to come, and they've had cocaine in American streets for years. This doesn't stop the supply. It just creates a black market in China for these chips. People are willing to pay even more for these chips. As Nvidia right now hitting 125, as we can see in the charts. Bam. But hey, again, make your own decisions. I'm not a financial investor or your financial investor. I'm just a guy trading markets. And right now I'm getting hurt. Everybody's getting hurt in this market, so don't worry. That being said, do I think that we have room to grow on Nvidia here? I mean, we're entering earnings season. There is a lot of de-risking heading into this. This week we are going to be doing an interesting. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be a very interesting week. We're paying attention to a couple of things here, but in terms of the earnings, in terms of the chip sector, ASML is reporting on Wednesday morning, and that's something that we're going to have to be paying attention. We saw TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor's results be fantastic, right? And they continue the trend that the AI chip spend is going to continue into the future. ASML is going to tell us and show us a little bit of that. We also have Intel that's going to show us how the chip sector is doing overall. But hey, we got to be paying attention. We're also going to see Tesla, Meta, and Microsoft present on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be a very strong catalyst for markets. So I wouldn't say that this is going to last much. We are entering the earnings season, and the de-risking, it's understandable. Apple is having earnings, Intel, Visa on Thursday, and I'm going to be streaming all those live, so make sure you subscribe. But yeah, I don't think that the chip story ends here. We still have to wait until Nvidia shows results, and that is likely going to be a catalyst for the Nvidia price. given the fact that I don't think they're going to be missing earnings, given that Blackwell is out there. We've just made all of the chips 10 times faster if this is true. And if we make that 10 times faster, I want to see what they're going to be able to do with the chips. We're not in a position, and this is central to my thesis, we're not in a position where the chips are just going to stop being produced. I think we are at a position where we're trying to get the most that we can with the chip infrastructure that we have, and we want to build more to see how we can improve that process. What the Chinese company did was create a faster, cheaper horse. I don't care about the faster, cheaper horse. I want to know what's next down the line. What's the cars that are going to be coming from AI? What is the robots that are going to be coming from AI? What are the planes that are going to be coming from AI? And what's that infrastructure going to open down the line? We're looking at a very, at the consumer side of things, which is great, but the chips are not being bought by consumers. They're being bought by massive companies that have massive cash flow, right? Meta, an advertising company, Microsoft, operating system and cloud company, Amazon, Google, all of these different companies that they already have laid out revenue streams and they're looking to reinvest that to continue the growth into the future. And this is where we're heading next. We'll have to look at where the future is heading. But again, do your own research. In terms of the Japan interest rate, I think it has a lot to do with this. I think it's being masked a little bit. Nobody's talking about it, or it's even in anybody's radar. But I think, the US dollar did come down today, and that's something to pay attention to. If it continues, the US dollar continuing to come down could be negative for the stock markets right now, just because people are looking to put their money somewhere else. Again, Chinese stocks are doing well today, and good for them. Hopefully they continue to do better, and I hope that they continue to innovate in this sector because, like before the weekend, we didn't have enough energy to do everything we wanted to do with AI, and today that story didn't change either. Same with the chips, same with everything. Now, could we see more competitors in the sector? 100%. Very likely we see that. But are we going to see that? No. Japan in the other case, I mean, like we saw what happened last year around August. The Japanese carry trade is pretty much free money because you borrow at very low interest rates in Japan and you spend in America. Even if you do just the difference in treasuries tells you that there is a benefit of borrowing in Japan and bringing it to the United States. They're changing a little bit their stance, so hopefully they don't continue to increase because this could cause more downturn in the markets. But hey, right now we have to focus on what's real, and right now we are entering the earnings season. We also have PCE data coming in on Friday. That's going to move markets because we're going to have an idea what the Fed wants to do here, and we have to see what Trump says today. Will he increase the tariffs to China? Will he try to enforce them more? What is he going to do here? Because again, I don't think that the Chinese don't have the H100s, and I don't trust the data. I'm sorry, I don't trust the data. The Chinese have not earned the confidence. They have failed on many different many different times on telling us exact truth within their companies, and this is something that I'm taking with me. Again, hopefully it's true, and if it's not true, fantastic. It doesn't change the story either. Again, I'm losing a ton of money, so don't listen to me. But hey, I'm going to be streaming live earnings, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, and I hope that I have maybe helped a little bit because, yeah, I understand you might be freaking out right now and markets are scary. Markets are scary, but hey, hold on strong because the story has not changed. Peace out, everybody.